A Chinese AI, Deepseek, has shaken the world. American tech companies and the US stock market have been shocked to such an extent that they couldn't have ever imagined. The release of Deepseek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call. It was on January 20, 2025 when a Chinese research lab launched its AI chatbot. It is named Deepseek R1. Along with it, they published a research paper where they stated that this chatbot is much better than the most advanced chatbots in the world across benchmarks like math and reasoning. This includes OpenAI's ChatGPT o1 model, Meta's Llama, and Google's Gemini Advanced. Deepseek has overthrown all of them. Deepseek is the best in terms of performance. It's the most efficient, and it took only a fraction of the time and money to develop it. But the most amazing thing is that using it is completely free of cost for all of us. On the other hand, OpenAI is charging $200 per month to use its ChatGPT o1 Pro model. Not only that, the cost of training Deepseek is reported to have been only $5.6 million, whereas other American companies, whether it is OpenAI, Meta, or Google, are spending billions of dollars to develop their artificial intelligence models. Coincidentally, a while back, when OpenAI's founder Sam Altman was asked whether foundational AI models like ChatGPT can be made by Indians in India, he arrogantly answered that no one can do it except them. It's totally hopeless to compete with us in training foundational models, he said. But today, Sam may be feeling hopeless because, just a week after Deepseek's launch, it became the most downloaded app in the US on the App Store and Google Play Store, leaving behind ChatGPT. The next day, in India and other countries, it became the #1 app on the App Store. By January 27, it had disrupted the American financial markets. The launch of Deepseek, which is a Chinese-built chatbot, immediately rattled investors and wiped out a staggering $1 trillion off the US tech index. Before Deepseek was launched, the most valuable company in the world was Nvidia, valued at $3.5 trillion. But in just one day, it dropped to $2.9 trillion. This is a computer chip manufacturing company, specializing in making the chips used to train and operate AI. Nvidia's shares fell 17% in a single day, and its valuation lost $589 billion, marking the biggest loss faced by any company in history. The benchmark of US tech companies, Nasdaq, dropped by 3.1%. But why did Nvidia suffer such a big loss specifically? We'll talk about the interesting reason later in this video. But before that, let's find out the story behind Deepseek. Where did this AI come from, and why has it shocked the entire world? The credit for developing Deepseek goes to a 40-year-old Chinese entrepreneur, Liang Wenfeng. Look at his face carefully because you will hardly see him anywhere. He rarely makes public appearances and prefers to keep his identity hidden. There's not much information about his life and history available to the public. But we do know that in 2015, he founded a hedge fund called High Flyer, which used mathematics and AI to make investments. In 2019, he founded High Flyer AI to research artificial intelligence algorithms. In May 2023, he used the money he was earning from his hedge fund to start a side project of creating an AI model. Liang said that he wanted to create his own AI model which would be better than all the existing AI models in the world, simply because of scientific curiosity. He did not aim to make money and earn lots of profit. To make this AI model, when he started to gather his research team, he did not hire engineers. Instead of engineers, he hired PhD students from China's top universities. To train his AI model, he used the most difficult questions around the world. And within just 2 years, and after spending a few $1 million, he launched his Deepseek R1 model. It's super impressive. I think we should take the development out of China very seriously. Deepseek just taught us that the answer is less than people thought. We don't need as much cash as we once thought. Only 200 people were involved in making it, and 95% of the people were under 30 years old. Compare this to a company like OpenAI, which has more than 3,500 employees. Today, Deepseek is China's only AI firm not funded by tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, or ByteDance. It's quite interesting to understand its architecture. Deepseek is a chain of thought model, just like OpenAI's ChatGPT o1 model. The naming can get quite confusing because ChatGPT has a weird naming system for its models. They are quite similar to each other. The first publicly launched model was ChatGPT 3, followed by GPT-4 in March 2023. Then, in May 2024, GPT-4o was released, which was multimodal, meaning it could handle text, speech, images, and even generate photos for you. On September 12, 2024, OpenAI launched its o1 model. It was the first model based on chain of thought. When you asked questions, it tried to think while answering. By thinking, we mean that whenever it generated an answer, it would analyze possible counter-questions to see if the answer could be improved. This is known as the chain of thought, and it attempts to copy human reasoning processes. For example, if you ask ChatGPT 4o, 9.11 and 9.9, which one is bigger, it answers without thinking too much that 9.11 is bigger than 9.9, which is wrong. But when you ask the same question to ChatGPT o1, it thinks first and counters itself before answering, which results in the correct answer. 9.9 is actually bigger. If you ask the same thing to Deepseek, you will get the right answer right away. The older AI models had a huge shortcoming, but the chain of thought process has now removed this shortcoming. This is why models like o1 and Deepseek are being called advanced reasoning models. They are much better at logically answering questions. Another positive aspect of Deepseek is that it shows you exactly what it's thinking, step by step, before answering. For example, when I asked Deepseek to give me a truly original insight about humans, it thought deeply about what makes humans unique and presented its reasoning in detail before giving its final answer. If you want more in-depth knowledge about AI chatbots, I offer an 8.5-hour course to help you master AI chatbots. The first 2 chapters focus on theoretical knowledge, and the remaining 6 cover practical advice. It's designed for students, employees, business owners, and even individuals wanting to use AI at home. The latest lessons include ChatGPT Vision, image generation with DALL-E 3, advanced data analytics, and creating your own GPTs. This course teaches everything you need to know from A to Z, and you can use Deepseek and learn how to use it through this course. After Deepseek's release, its biggest downside is said to be its censorship. If you ask any critical questions related to the Chinese government and politics, Deepseek will give you the same answer: "Sorry, I am not sure how to approach this type of question yet. Let's talk about math, coding, and logic problems instead." But if you ask Deepseek to criticize other world leaders, it answers in great detail. The Chinese government tests these AI models before their release to ensure they give safe answers to politically controversial questions. Some people say we should boycott it because of its censorship, but the important point is that Deepseek is an open-source software. Its code is publicly available, and anyone can download it and run it locally on their computer. This has led other companies like Perplexity AI and Microsoft to download the model, remove censorship, and use it for their own purposes. In comparison to other AI models, Deepseek has shown superior performance in various aspects like coding, scientific reasoning, and solving riddles. However, it does have its drawbacks, such as a slower response time compared to ChatGPT o1. Deepseek is also innovating by using a mixture of experts method, where different specialized models, like engineer, doctor, or lawyer, are activated depending on the question. This reduces the time taken for data transfer and makes the system more efficient. A point of criticism is that Deepseek may have copied some of OpenAI's models, but it's important to remember that AI models are often trained using data from a variety of sources, including publicly available content. This has led to legal challenges for OpenAI regarding copyright infringement. As for the future of AI, it's clear that countries are gearing up for AI wars. The American government has already imposed export controls to prevent other countries, particularly China, from developing foundational AI models. Deepseek's success, despite these hurdles, should serve as motivation for innovation in countries like India, showing that if it can be done in China, it can be done in India too. The Chinese government tests these AI models before their release to ensure they give safe answers to politically controversial questions. Some people say we should boycott it because of its censorship, but the important point is that Deepseek is an open-source software. Its code is publicly available, and anyone can download it and run it locally on their computer. This has led other companies like Perplexity AI and Microsoft to download the model, remove censorship, and use it for their own purposes. In comparison to other AI models, Deepseek has shown superior performance in various aspects like coding, scientific reasoning, and solving riddles. However, it does have its drawbacks, such as a slower response time compared to ChatGPT o1. Deepseek is also innovating by using a mixture of experts method, where different specialized models, like engineer, doctor, or lawyer, are activated depending on the question. This reduces the time taken for data transfer and makes the system more efficient. A point of criticism is that Deepseek may have copied some of OpenAI's models, but it's important to remember that AI models are often trained using data from a variety of sources, including publicly available content. This has led to legal challenges for OpenAI regarding copyright infringement. As for the future of AI, it's clear that countries are gearing up for AI wars. The American government has already imposed export controls to prevent other countries, particularly China, from developing foundational AI models. Deepseek's success, despite these hurdles, should serve as motivation for innovation in countries like India, showing that if it can be done in China, it can be done in India too. On a personal level, now is the perfect time to learn about AI. If you haven't started yet, don't worry, it's not too late. The future of AI is incredibly impactful across every field, and those who embrace it now will undoubtedly gain a significant advantage.